Hey everybody, welcome to Stack Stacks, where we try to make learning about AI simple and fun. I'm John Swicky, and it's 4:45 this morning. It's a little later than normal. And today we're going to get into a huge update from BARD. Today's going to be all about BARD. So yesterday BARD released Google's BARD released probably one of their bigger updates they have in a long time. It's been kind of quiet on the BARD front. I think it's been maybe 2-ish months, I think, since anything significant came out. But we got a lot to go over today, so let's get right into it. So, part of the update is it looks like they've updated the BARD model. So, the first update here is introducing BARD's most compatible model yet. So it's in 40 plus languages. It doesn't say anything specific here in the notes. Their feedback has helped unlock the most capable version of BARD yet for stronger collaboration in languages and countries all over the world. Okay, so it's probably some new version underneath the hood. Okay, so now BARD can now access helpful information from Google Apps. BARD can now retrieve and help you work with real-time info for maps, YouTube, hotels, and flights. Okay. These extensions are enabled by default. Okay, so, accessing YouTube data, hotels and flights, maps is interesting because that might be able to pull in local businesses as well. So, we'll play around with that. Collaborate with BARD on your content in Gmail, Docs, and Drive. Sure. Now it looks like you can tap into your emails and, get summarizations. It looks like it's retrieval only at the moment. So, and it's claiming that your data won't be used to train BARD's public model, and you can turn this off at any time. Yeah, that's good, And let's see, double check with BARD's responses with Google B2. So this one's kind of interesting. So before, if anyone's never used BARD, there's always like a little Google it button at the bottom, and now they have a double check it answers by going out and basically doing a Google search, and it'll highlight if it thinks it was, if they were able to validate that information, or if they think it's something that needs more research. So, okay. And, okay, so if you share a link, you can so if you share a BARD response, somebody can kind of copy it into their own instance. And then it just looks like some of the older features about like using images and such are now rolling out to other languages. Okay, so looks like we got a new home screen with some teaser prompts here. So let's see if we can do something simple and try out a couple of these features, right? Let's see if we can do a local business search and see if the maps feature is a little bit better. Let's do it. So if you hit the @ So if you hit @ you get access to these, and they're calling them extensions. So we're going to do Google Maps, and can you find me a plumber? Let's see if it knows where I am, and can it do that that local business search with the maps database? So for some reason, the bar thinks I'm in Oklahoma City. I don't know why I'm not near Oklahoma City. Let's see, do we get more options? No. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, it clearly says my location, and it still thinks I'm in Oklahoma City. Again, I'm not sure why. Let's try the YouTube integration. All right, strength training workouts that are less than 10 minutes and 4-hour only kettlebells. So that's kind of a very specific search. So, okay, all right. I mean, let's see. Interview with an AI staff. Let's see what that comes up. Again, I know I'm doing kind of like essentially a search, Nice to have access to that all right in there. Yeah, excuse me. All right, let's do a Gmail search. This is my personal email, so we're gonna do something very safe. Can you get me with my Comcast bills? Comcast bills. 23. Okay. So it pulled in. Looks like it pulled in some newsletters. So let's try one more time. Can you give me the last 5 Comcast email? Okay, so pulled in a couple things, but interesting. You know, what other integrations can we try? Hotel slides. All right. Can you find me a round trip flight? New York City. See. Go see a game. Okay, that probably isn't a direct flight. So that seems like that worked. Yeah. And can you find me a round trip flight? Sure. Let's just put to England. All right. Okay, so we got a couple flights here. We got a couple flights and some prices. Got a nice little table here. A couple was that. These extensions I think are, they are interesting, because I think that, you can kind of start to combo a lot of things, but also I think that it kind of starts to make BARD, I think, a little more useful. So far interesting. I don't know what my use cases would be yet, but so far interesting. Well, let's try one other feature here. I wanted to see the Google It feature and see if it can verify some information for us. All right, can you find me some data on how to build or Google Analytics showcase a conversion data? Just trying to think about. All right, so Google BARD gave me a response here. Now we have this little double check the response button. So let's hit this. I didn't even read this. I just want to see if it highlights things. So it did highlight. Google search did not find relevant content. Consider researching further to assess the statement. And then Google search found similar content like this. So it's kind of interesting to see the overlay here. If you do get a response that you find, might be a little, I love how click on the reports tab is what it found similar content of. But, as a way to fact check your stuff, I think it's pretty nice if you're, as a backup. And, all right, let's see. So we did the Google It. We did some extensions. Is there any other extensions we should try? Let's see if I can combine some. Can you find me a flight from New York to England and plan some interesting adventures? And please show me some videos to help me prepare my trip. I want to see if we can get, that's potentially a couple of extensions into play here. All right, so we got our flights, cool. And then we got places to visit in London on YouTube. That's pretty cool. Found that mega search, if you would. The interesting thing is these are slightly actually different than the other one, and the dates are closer. I'll figure that one out. But one stop. Let's say 18 hours. So that's cool to be able to combo your stuff together to kind of have some mega prompts as well. So I think definitely an interesting update for sure. I think having these extensions come into play are, and here's kind of this extension overview, which is what they're calling these integrations. But like you can turn them on and off if you don't want to. I still think that, there's no Sheets integration, which is still missing. No calendar. I still think calendar in this format is really a big missing ingredient that a lot of people are not using right now. I think Google Calendar being able to kind of have these, kind of have these interactions, I think would be interesting. I still feel like too, especially with BARD even more than ChatGPT, with BARD you almost want, BARD to kind of, prompt you a little bit and tell you some stuff. So I think that could be cool. I would love to have the, your calendar notifications go into BARD where it's like, hey, you're meeting with so and so, and in the 15 minutes, we noticed, typically you do a Zoom link with this person. Do you need a meeting link? And, so I think more kind of rich. I mean, that's my pie in the sky dream. But yeah, I think being able to kind of interact and create, I think more was probably something I'm still looking for. But I think this is a significant update for BARD. This gets it much more kind of in that, like I said, makes it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more useful. I mean, some of these data sets are, some of the best out there, and being able to use your own stuff to query, I think is interesting. I think cool too to find like, you know, hey, when was can you give me the doc for, you know, this report, and did I ever email it to so and so, right? There's definitely some interesting use cases here that will definitely save some people some time for sure. But definitely more looking forward to the more they can build off of that. Plus, be awesome too to see kind of more things here in the ecosystem. I think at one point they announced, a bunch of third-party extensions could be coming. So hopefully this is just the first step into that. So big BARD update. Try it out. You guys find any interesting prompts, let us know. Yeah, and let us know what you think. And if people are using BARD, regularly, let us know too. I'm curious to see if this is anybody's daily driver. But thanks for taking the journey with us today, everybody. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.